Hey, it's Jody. Today I'm chatting about Chinese mini dramas, in particular AI Chinese mini dramas. So, if you had said to me that I'd be making this video 2 months ago, I would say you're nuts. There's no way, because I was against AI Chinese mini dramas. I'm a huge Chinese mini drama fan, well documented. And so when I first came across these videos, for me in my feed, probably 3 months ago, I would click play, the video would start, and I'm like, oh, this is really interesting. Alas, it would be AI. And then I actually subscribed to two, three, maybe four channels because I was like, what's with these AI videos? I want my real actors, live action actors. But I confess, as I was accidentally clicking on these videos, I realized, like, this is a different story. I've never seen this before. Believe you me, you know this. If you've been watching Chinese mini dramas for like 6 months to a year, you've probably seen every trope there is. So when there is a new story, you're like, oh my gosh. So if you don't know, with Chinese mini dramas, there'll be one script and you will see that same script with 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 15 different casts, like literally. But you won't get tired of it because each cast and crew brings something different. There are changes to the stories, especially if you like the trope. If you love the trope, you won't get bored. So one day, about a month ago, I clicked on an AI video, a Chinese mini drama, and I started watching it, and I kept watching it. And I've watched a bunch since. I'll have a link to an AI Chinese mini drama playlist on this YouTube channel. So let's talk about the pros and cons. The cons I kind of alluded to, like, oh, I really want to see live action actors, or that as cons. So the other cons for me, again, I felt like, but these are jobs, right? And I'll put a video. The YouTube channel is CNA Insider. They have a video that I'm looking at the video right now, that they put out July 2026, and it's called China's Vertical Dramas Are Now Made with AI. How this director's job has changed, and then it says money mined. So it's a really interesting video, and it's short. It looks like it's less than 7 minutes, a little bit over 6 minutes, and it addresses some of this, right? So if you don't have a cast and a crew, you don't have someone doing catering, you don't have someone doing lights, you don't have someone doing makeup, then those are real jobs that are kind of disappearing. Yes, they can move into other jobs, but without giving away too much. According to this video, and it's only one video, do your due diligence, look into this more if you're interested. They're getting paid a lot less to do these projects, to do these mini dramas, and instead of working on one mini drama at a time, which most people would only do one if they're a director or actor or whatever, they're doing several. So other cons, it is AI. So to me, it kind of looks like a video game, and there are glitches. So in Chinese mini drama, someone's always throwing a teacup. That's what it seems like. That teacup, when it hits the floor, it will spawn. So you'll see like 2 other teacups, full teacups. They're not cracked. There's some cracked, and then there's like another full, complete teacup. So some of the characters, more often than not, if they're not talking, they just look like NPC, those non-player characters. So they're just like, they're not blinking, they're not moving. And it's a little odd. Cons is similar to live action Chinese mini dramas, which I don't see so much anymore. But I have seen in live action, they will have the same outfit on for every scene. And I saw someone in one of the comments for AI video say, oh, it's because they have to type in the command or directions or whatever for like a change of clothes. So one drama, which was an excellent Chinese mini drama AI version. Well, I haven't seen the live action one. I don't know if there is one. I love that mini drama. It's probably my favorite. But that's what happened. There's a little boy who's in the early part and then throughout the drama. And it's kind of like a rags to riches story. His outfit never changed. And they were living like in a mansion in another city. And it just doesn't make sense. So the pros: fresh storytelling, which is the most attractive thing to me. Fresh storytelling, and it kind of addresses things that I feel that I've been complaining about in my mind, and other commenters have been complaining about. Like, if you love a trope and you've watched it a lot, you always say to yourself, well, why didn't she say something earlier? Why didn't he leave? Why don't you just blah, 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 blah? And the AI versions seem to take that out, right? So arguments don't always get dragged on for 10, 15 minutes. We move on to the next thing. So much so that my overall impression of the AI Chinese mini dramas, it seems like within 45 minutes to an hour, sometimes I feel like I've just watched 6 mini dramas, because the big bad is not the big bad throughout. Maybe that gets resolved in the first 10 minutes and we move on to another issue that gets resolved. We move on to another issue that gets resolved. I have so many thoughts on this, and I think I'll make another follow-up video because I have a notebook with notes on AI that I wanted to talk about and I can't find it. And I'm committed with this channel, with MiniDramas and Manhwa, to start and keep going. And so this is really strange because I was just looking at it yesterday, but now I can't find it. Maybe it was a piece of paper that I put in a notebook, who knows? So I have other thoughts and I'll talk about it. But I want to say one more thing about AI Chinese mini dramas. I was really resistant to them. Resistance is futile. I do believe they're here. They're here to stay. What I hope will happen is that they take those fresh stories that they're churning out with the AI mini dramas and the really good ones. And this is subjective, right? Because something I enjoy, you might not enjoy, but I hope they take the really good ones, or they take those stories and move them to live action, because the biggest thing I've learned is I get fatigue. I'm going to call it that. I get fatigue. These dramas that I've seen are between 45 minutes and 2 hours. I've seen a couple AI dramas that are 3 hours, but I don't watch them. I can't even watch one for 45 minutes straight. And they're fresh, good stories. And I think because what's missing is the emotion of a live person and the nuance, the emphasis on the way they say a line and their facial expressions and their body language. That's missing from AI. So here's my early hot take on it. Actually, maybe AI mini dramas were around before 3 months ago, but that's when I feel like they got on my radar. My early hot take on it is that, yes, AI it seems to be cheaper to produce, and you can crank a bunch out, and like some of these videos have very high views. I think I have one in my AI playlist that has over 1 million views. Okay. But I think we're going to see, I don't want to say backlash, but I think we're going to see what I'm really wishing for, where they take these stories and they turn them into a live action version, because it's great, but just to a point. Just to a point. I just, again, I personally experience fatigue watching. That's what I'm calling it. But I just can't seem to sit through, 45 minutes in total. I take breaks, and some of them I never complete. Anyway, so yeah, those are my thoughts on AI Chinese mini dramas. I will have a link to CNA Insider's YouTube video on an AI director and his experience with the Chinese vertical dramas, mini dramas. I call them mini dramas. Here it says dramas. Okay, thanks for watching. If you got this far, I appreciate you. If you are into Chinese mini dramas or AI mini dramas, Chinese mini dramas, please let me know what you're watching and share a link. Thank you for watching.